Hi there. Thanks for stopping by and watching my video today. Well, today we're going to be talking about flail mower hammers. There's a big discrepancy on what kind of hammers you should use for your flail mower. What you see in front of you are many different variations of flail mower hammers, and we're going to talk about these in detail. Need to find my pointer. So what hammers do you need for your flail mower? Well, it all depends on what you're trying to do. If you're like this hammer here, for instance, is a big beefy hammer. You can see by the material that's in it, you can be hammering or mowing up heavy duty prunings. Normally if you're mowing or brush mowing heavy prunings, you want a heavy hammer. The more heavy your hammer is, the longer it's going to last. Some guys I know in the forestry mulching, they have knives and they sharpen them, but these ones you don't sharpen. You just run them until they break or they wear right out. Sometimes you're able to run the hammers right till they're to hit this point right here. Once they get too worn out, they're not effective anymore. Best is to have them with a nice edge, like similar to this pointer I have here. Coming along to another style of hammer. It's a bit shorter and smaller, probably used on a smaller flail mower. Mind you, this heavier style of hammer will probably be used on a heavier mower, like a perfect mower or a heavier application, because the heavier the hammer, the more weight it is, of course. So you would have to check with your manufacturer to see what kind of hammers they suggest, but this one here is probably the most common. This one here is for lighter applications, like maybe something you'd put on your compact tractor. So compact tractors would be a lot lighter mower for lighter brush mowing capabilities. At the end here is another. There's actually another hammer here. This is again used for another application. There's many variations of hammers you can get. Here's another one you can get. I'm not too sure what that one's used for. Probably for similar brush mowing as well, but you're not going to get as much effect as these two here. Now, people say, well, we can use flail mowers for mowing grass, which you can, but there's particular blades that are actually designed for mowing grass. It'd be these ones here that are 45-degree angle. These are grass mowing blades. You can use them for mowing brush, but you don't get the same effect mulching as you would a hammer like this. So these ones here are for mowing grass. All sorts of different kind of grasses. I mean, even small little twigs that'll probably mulch up, and they wear out a lot faster. Some of these will come in 4-packs. Be like 40 blades per connector. I'll bring up a picture. So here's a picture of the roller that's on your flail mower. So here's a typical hammer, how it bolts on there, and what the blade, like the grass blades, you'd put the blades in here, in this area right here, and you have 4 little blades come out of there. So it's using the little blade, called 45 angle, little 45 angle blades, put way more wear and tear on your mower than the hammers do. You can see by the design here, right? Blades put wear and tear on the bolts and also on the ears, on the holes, everything. So I mean, you use the blades with your own discretion, but they're designed for mowing grass. Here is a Flail mower drum. They call it a drum on the inside there, but these blades are cut in grass. You can see these are the 4. Actually, no, these are 2. Some of these have 4 blades on them. These are 2, and you can actually tell from a mower that is designed for mowing grass only. For mowing grass, the brackets that hold the blades on there are more narrow compared to what's on the hammer mower for mulching a brush. Tell these brackets are a lot more narrower, which these are designed for grass only. So here's your typical mower for mowing brush, made by Perfect. These mowers are really super heavy duty, and you can do just about any kind of mowing with them, like a brush, forestry mulching, a vineyard, hobby farm, whatever. They're very, very good mower, and I recommend them. They're a very good mower, built really well. Here's a Woodmax mowers. They're really, really good. Designed too. I haven't had one yet, but I plan to buy a Woodmax mower for my compact tractor here in the future. So they call these a duck foot blade, which is the proper name for them, I think. And these are the proper ones, but they might be on the weaker side, judging by the material that's in the hammer itself here. See, the material here is quite thin, so this would be a light duty hammer for a compact tractor. So like I said, for the heavier hammers, there's more material in this area. So this is light duty, still very effective for mowing brush. Now here's another particular kind of hammer. This one here you probably see more used in forestry applications. Just the way it's designed, it's more for mulching up brush. So I suggest that might be a good hammer for mulching. This one here is another hammer, more of a heavy duty hammer, and it says here it's about almost 5 inches long. So this is more heavy duty for doing heavier applications. So if you are running a mower that is designed for mowing grass only, you still can get hammers for it. It's just they're a little more narrower. So these would be the hammers you can get for a mower that was particularly only designed for mowing grass. But you can get hammers that replace the blades, and you get these big hammers. You can tell by the shank here, it's very narrow. So those would be the replacements hammers for your flail mower, if the flail mower was only designed and bought for mowing grass. You can convert it to the hammers. That's the style you would get. They're narrow, they're very narrow, and they fit right in the shank. But those are the ones you would use. So there's another mower with the hammers on it. big beefy hammers. Some of these Flail mowers, they have a roller in the back, some don't. Some have rakers, some have chains in the front, some have flaps. My Vortex mower has the roller and the rakers, and it has flaps, metal flaps in the front, to prevent debris from flinging back at the tractor. Different models have different attachments. So here is the drum. The Flail mower. You see the way it's attached. Very simple. One thing I have to say is about the Flail mower. Make sure your bearings are greased, well greased. I'd say 2 to 3 pumps of grease on both bearings, both on the outer bearings, because there's nothing on the inside. There's just bearings on the outside of the shaft. So this is how it gets mounted. So here are your Flail mower design, hammer designs. Flail mower, Flail wide blades, and your hammers. See the differences are the way they're mounted. Like I said, there may be a difference between the on the mounting brackets. Maybe more wide or narrow, maybe narrow or wide depending. But you can see here that this particular mower here, if it's a more for mowing brush, a decent Flail more for mowing prunings and brush and so forth. The brackets here are wider, so there's a spacer in here, so this would allow this mower to be used for either grass or mowing brush. So until there's spacers in here, I don't recommend this because you just wear it's more and more wear on your bolts, these brackets here, and just more wear in general. I'd rather use a hammer like that, what it's designed for. Just my point of view to tell you that, because maybe you don't know, but it's just the way it is. So here is a perfect mower, or another kind of brand, and you can see this is a very, very heavy duty one. I believe this is a perfect mower. You can tell by the brackets they're very, very heavy duty. So this is what it looks like underneath. So usually tell a good heavy mower from what the roller looks like. So this is obviously new, hasn't been used. So you know, if anybody who watches my video needs a hand figuring out what hammers to use on your mower, you can contact me, and I can tell you exactly. If you tell me your what you're mowing in your application, I can pretty much tell you what hammer you're going to need for your application. So anyways, that's all to say on this topic. Probably be other people who would mention different things about these hammers, but I have experience in orchard and vineyard mowing applications, so, and heavy brush, so I know what hammers work the best. But your manufacturer will tell you what hammers to use on your mower, which work best. But you can always consult outside sources for telling you what hammers to use for your application. All right, this is my orchard videos, and thanks for watching my my presentation today. Bye for now.